Say your prayers, Andros. Don't get too cocky, Starfox.
Let's see how you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see ya.
I don't need your crap right now, Pigma. I am still in a bitter mood after failing to get that medal. I was so close. That must have been the closest I've ever been to getting the medal in my entire life, and I am royally ticked off right now. So now we're down one wingmate, so it's 3 on 4, and another dogfight with Starwolf. As you see, they all have these enhancements, and they have a new ship, the Wolfen 2. Unlike the last Wolfen, they shoot double lasers, which they can do more damage, and they can't barrel roll to avoid damage from your own lasers, like you see with Leon. But the medal score is the same here as it was on easy meta, which is 200. If you take out Starwolf in record time, then you can get the medal very easily before you even go meet Andros again.
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox.
Gotcha, Peppy. We'll call Pigma again. I don't know why I get the mix up so much. Oh, like you're not welcome here any further? Yeah, take that, Oinkity.
Not yet.
You
The
spoiled
party's
brat.
just begun.
I'll do you fast, Peppy, old pal.
Come on. Well, be careful.
I am the great
Careful that I don't want to crash anything, lose my lasers now, because that would be very detrimental to me
The
if
party's
I
just begun.
lose my hyper laser. Hyper laser is probably gonna be the only chance you have if you go after Starwolf here. And the funny thing is, Starwolf looks like they're injured. You can avoid them, fight them on Vegeta, and just come right here like I've done with the hard path. But they will always come here all bandaged and mechanized up, I guess. So it's pretty weird. I guess they just had a bit of a accident during their training mission or something. I don't know. But they will look like this if you take the hard path and go to Venom, or if you never meet them the first time around on Vegeta. That one Starwolf just went through that pillar. That's not fair. That's what you get, Pigma. Cheating swine. And I think only Wolf is left. Get over here, Wolf. I am not in the mood for your banter today. Where are you going? Oh, U-turn. Starwolf does retain the same moves as they did on Vegeta. The only difference is that they have more damage, I guess more health, or more higher defenses with the Wolfen 2. And they can barrel roll. I'm not sure the charge shots will work on them either. Here. Yep, they're shielded. That shield function was cut from the game the first time. But that's not gonna help you anyway.
I'll go it alone from here. Fox!
I've been waiting for you, Starfox. You know that I control the galaxy. It's foolish to come against me. Now you will feel true pain.
Like hell I will, Andros. I think I'm taking the optimal path here. The best path to take is go left, right, left, right, right. You'll get, I think, 3 bombs, 2 laser upgrades, and a gold medal. Not gold medal, gold ring. Or maybe it's 3 rings, 2 laser upgrades, and a bomb. I'm not sure. But that's the optimal route if you want to get the most power-ups heading into this fight. This fight with Andros, it's pretty much the same as it was back the first time we fought him. Just go right for the eye if you have the chance, so you can negate that thunderbolt attack he has on his left arm. I did right there. You shoot him again to stall his punches, so you can go after that other hand. Come on, almost there. I gotta be close. There we go. make you eat a mob. It's pretty funny when his face blows up like that. Kinda takes the tone out of the fight if he does that.
Only I have the brains to rule Lilac.
So, Andros, you show your true form.
This is Andros' true form. Of course you would make a pun before going to the fight. Alright, so for true Andros, go after the eyes first because they'll try to shoot at you if they get close. Also, try to avoid the pink the pink lightning connection he has with his brain. This is the easy part of the fight, believe it or not. I think the eyeballs are worth a few bonus points. Yep, +5. If I can take out Andros fast enough, I still might be able to get the medal here. But this is the most annoying part of the fight. Andros will teleport every now and then like Gorgon did back in Area 6. I think Andros has a teleportation device that Gorgon also used. But you have to go after that weak spot. I forget what it's called right now. I'll show the name on screen, but it is a part of the human brain that I think controls movement in the human body. For the longest time, I didn't think Andros had a weak point. In fact, the first time I did get to this point in the hard path, I thought this boss was impervious to pain because there's no health bar and you can't really determine a easy weak point unless you look really closely. I just kept shooting at it randomly and just hope for the best. Now make sure not to get too close to the brain because if that happens, you get stuck in the stems and you'll get a lot of damage. In fact, it is very, very highly likely you can lose one of your wings doing so. So it's best to keep your distance from Andros. Try to boost far away from them. And when you get the chance, when you U-turn, well, not that's gonna happen, but you can attack that weak part of the Andros brain. But if it gets too close, then you can just get to the edge of the map, then do an automatic U-turn, and try to shoot at Andros. He'll most likely teleport if that happens. That's a very helpful tip if he gets too close to you, which he most likely will if you try to shoot at him after your first roundabout or go around. We should have to boost to expand your G diffuser meter though. Can't talk because of this fight. Managed to get some distance from Emma. Oh, this boost. Make sure to do half boost. That might be the best way for you to retain your boost meter, but get some distance from Andros at the same time. Bombs, I don't think are going to be helpful here, because I've never tried it, so let's see what happens. Wow, that actually worked!
If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Don't ever give up, my son.
Father?
Follow me, Fox. This way, Fox. Never give up. Trust your instincts.
become so strong, Fox.
Fox, you're okay! That's our leader. What's wrong, Fox?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
And that, everyone, is Starfox 64. I could not have completed this at a better time because the 23rd anniversary of the Starfox series recently passed by, and hopefully at the time I'm posting this, it's probably going to be a month or so from now that Starfox Zero will be released, so it's a pretty good time to be a Starfox fan in my opinion. My personal thoughts about this project, more or less it went pretty smooth. Well, when it came to recording the hard path, I did have to re-record a lot because I either A, didn't like how some of the recordings turned out, or B, made a mistake and I had to redo some of the stages again. But it doesn't matter to me because I play this game so much that it doesn't really bother me having to play through it over and over again. But all the research I did into each level's background really did a lot of world building for me personally, and as a result, I appreciate this game even more now than when I first started this project. There's one thing I didn't go over, but I really love the soundtrack in this game. In fact, there might not be one song in this entire OST that I don't either dislike or am partially annoyed by. I love this soundtrack 100%. It's probably my favorite of all time. If you haven't had the chance to play this game yourself, it's available on a lot of platforms right now. It's on the Wii's Virtual Console for about $10 at best, so it's a pretty good deal. And it's also on the 3DS, as I've mentioned a few times in this Let's Play. In fact, the remake is the very reason why I have a 3DS in the first place, so I have that to thank for. And this is just me speculating, but I wouldn't be surprised if the game ended up on the Wii U's Virtual Console someday. So what does this mean about the future of Starfox 64? Well, we still have some multiplayer to go over, but I have to be honest, I don't know anyone who likes Starfox 64 as much as I do. And also, I haven't really gotten into playing multiplayer myself. I've only gone to one mode a few times at best, but other than that, I haven't really delved into the multiplayer aspect myself.
Starfox, we are in your debt. I would be honored to have you as part of the Cornerian...
Oh no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's time for us to go now.
And there's also some stuff we have to cover in the main game as well, but that requires getting all the medals, which that will have to take some time for me to do. But rest assured, I will make both of those videos happen someday. They're just gonna take a lot of time to... It's just gonna take some more time getting everything else in the game. And I've got nothing else left to say. I'm just gonna leave you with one of my favorite credit songs of all time. So until we meet for the next project, everyone, farewell for now. That credit song always gets me emotional every time. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's just so beautiful to listen to. Okay, for real, bye this time.
What?
It's finally over. The war has ended, and Andros has been defeated for good. I can't think of a better group of people to be fighting alongside with during our adventure. My friends are three of the bravest and most determined people I know. I would also like to thank Rob, General Pepper, and the Army for fighting just as hard during the war. But I have to thank my dad the most. Whether it was a hallucination or divine intervention, I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for him. Hopefully now we can live in an era of peace, but we'll always be ready for whatever threat that invades our home. End log.